you're talking about, we're generally talking about factoring. There's actually a number of different types of factoring. The very first type is, as you mentioned, greatest common factor.
Greatest common factor, yeah.
Right. So let's say I give you something like this. I say x squared plus x cubed. And I ask you for the greatest common factor, or GCF. That's what you're gonna be looking for. So it's a combination of letters and numbers. But for now, we're just gonna look at letters. So in this case, you look for the smallest exponent. What is the smallest exponent between 2 and 3?
2.
2. So you write x squared out here, and I'm going to write the answer, and we're going to talk about why it's the answer together. So the greatest common factor is x squared. When you multiply in x squared, when you multiply x squared into 1 and x squared into x, you should get this back to this. You should get back here. So 1 times x squared, we did some of these yesterday, plus x squared times x. What does this become? It becomes x squared plus x to the power of 3. You see how, remember from yesterday, you have to add these.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try another one here. Let's say I give you x to the 4th plus x squared. Whenever you just have x to a power, the GCF is the it's x to the smaller exponent.
Okay.
So in this case, which is the smaller exponent, x to the 4th or x squared?
X, wait, what?
Which is smaller, x squared or x to the 4th?
X squared.
So you bring x squared out here, and you have to figure out what goes in here. So I'm going to write the answer again. Okay, we'll talk about why it's the answer, but what you have to be able to do is figure out like what goes in the parentheses. And that's what we're going to spend a lot of time on. So let's just confirm that this is correct. So we're going to multiply x squared by x squared and then x squared by 1. So it's x squared times x squared plus x squared times 1.
Okay.
So that becomes x to the 4th because 2 plus 2 is 4. And then that becomes x squared.
All right.
Let's do another example. And you are taking notes, is that right?
Can you go back up?
Sure.
Okay. Oh wait, x4 plus x2 is the answer?
Yes.
But it's a, but why? Because there's a problem right here. There's a question. There's a.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the check. This is the check. The answer is here. This is the answer.
Oh, is it divisible by?
Well, you write it out in this factored form. Okay, so that let's just actually get into some problems here. It's going to say factor x to the 7th plus x to the 5th. So what you have to do is figure out, well, which is the smaller exponent? And it's x to the 5th.
Okay.
So the first position, what do you put here? And this is the question. This is your answer, this line right here. What goes here so that when you multiply it by x to the 5th, you get x to the 7th?
Okay.
So that's what you have to tell me. You have to tell me what goes in this first position. What x to what power times x to the fifth gives you x to the seventh.
Two.
X squared, good. Now this one's problematic because x to the fifth is here and x to the fifth is here. So to get itself, you multiply by 1. X to the fifth times 1 gives you itself. Do you see that?
Okay.
Okay, so let's try another one here. I want you to try this one on your own, please. X to the eighth plus x to the 12th. I want you to factor this.
Okay. I'll just write this. All right. Okay. It's 4.
Okay, what goes here in this position?
Um,
There's 2 positions here. What do you multiply something by to get itself?
1.
1. And then x to what power to get 12?
Just 1.
If I put a 1 here, x to the eighth times x to the 1, that doesn't get me to 12.
Oh, it's 2.
2 is not big enough either because remember you're adding the exponents.
4.
Yes, x to the fourth, good. Okay, so let's try another one here. Factor x to the ninth times x to the sixth. I'm sorry, plus x to the sixth.
Okay. Can you go up? Back up?
Sure.
Thanks. All right. You can go back down.
Okay.
3. It's 3.
I need the final, so I'm looking for a line that's like this one up here. There's something that goes outside the parentheses, something inside, something inside. And you can just write it down your side and let me know when you're ready, and then I'll
It's 1. It's x3 plus 1.
so on the outside, there's an x to the sixth. Do you agree with
Yeah.
that? And then
Yeah.
it's x cubed plus 1. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All right. So now we're going to do a new type of problem. Okay. So we're going to factor 2x plus 4y plus 3z. So notice this time the variables are all different. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I gave you the wrong bad number here. So that's 8z. The variables are all different. So the greatest common factor can be a number. What number goes into all three of these? What number is common to 2, 4, and 8? What number divides all of them?
2.
2. So we're going to write a 2 on the outside, and this becomes x plus 2y plus 4z. Because if I were to multiply the 2 into each of these, I would get back to the original. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try another one here. Factor 3u plus 12v plus 21w. What number is common to all three of them? What number is
3.
common? 3.
I mean,
So,
4. 4. 4.
well,
and
no,
7.
4 doesn't go into 3.
It's just 1.
So we're looking at 3, 12, and 21. We're trying to find the biggest number that goes into all of them. And you said it right. The answer is 3.
Yeah.
So this becomes u plus 4v plus 7w.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have you try one. Factor 10x plus 15y. So you're looking at these two numbers. What's the biggest number that goes into both of them?
Five.
Okay, so 5 goes on the outside, 2x plus 3y.
Yeah.
This is your final answer, okay? So let's have you try one here. Factor 4x plus 6y plus 12z.
Okay. So I think it is
What number goes into 4, 6, and 12?
1.
It's always bigger than 1.
12.
4 doesn't go, 4 is not divisible by 12.
Okay.
So we have, what are the factors of 4? What are the numbers that go into 4? 1, 2, and 4. What are the numbers that go into 6? 1, 2, 3, and 6. What are the numbers that go into 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. What's the biggest number that's in all three of these? 2.
Okay.
Do you see that? So
Yeah.
2 is your greatest common factor. So 2 times, now what goes in parentheses here? You got 3 positions, right? What goes in each of these positions to get back to this original? Can you tell me what goes in each of these spots?
Two. Okay. Okay. 2x and then 3.
3y. What goes in
And
this last spot? So do you see?
I got it.
D-
6.
Yeah, 6z. Do you see that if the number out here is multiplying, you're dividing each of these by 2. Do you see that?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's try another one here. Factor 9u minus 3v plus 12w. How are you doing on that?
I'm trying. I'm just thinking.
Sure.
Just need to think. Is it 2? Or
2 doesn't go into 9 or 3.
3.
It is 3. So 3 goes here. What goes inside? That's the next part of the question.
1.
Well, if I put a 1 here, 3 times 1 does it get me to 9u?
Oh wait, no. Okay. 3. It's 3. U
Okay, good.
and 4.
What about an operator here?
Minus.
Minus. So I'm gonna put a 4 here.
Yeah.
3 times 4 isn't 3v.
1.
1 gets you the 3, but what about the v? V there.
1v stays there, and then you have to, and then I got add 4w.
Very good. Okay, let's try another one here. Factor 100x minus 200y plus 50z. What is the biggest number that goes into all 3 of them?
Okay. All right.
What number goes into all 3 of them?
One x.
Well, we're looking at the numbers 100, 200, and 50. What's the biggest number that goes into all 3 of them? 3 of those.
Okay.
We're gonna try something a little bit different, but I'm just trying to gauge where you're at on this with your
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
Your number
I
sense.
just need to find a way. Just hold on. Okay, it is 2.
So the correct answer is 50.
Yeah, yeah, I was saying that. So 50 and then 2 is Z.
So what goes in here? What goes in here to get to 100x?
2Z.
Well, I gotta get to x, so it can't be, it
2x,
can't,
2x,
2x,
2x.
okay?
And then subtract, and then something that will get into 100. It is
See, whatever this is, you divide each of these by that number.
it's 4 minus 4y plus 1z.
Very good. Okay, so if you get the number, you're pretty set here. All right, what are the factors of 40? So I'm looking for all the numbers that 40 is divisible by. So for example, it's definitely divisible by 1. They're always divisible by 1. What is the next number that 40 is divisible by? That perfectly divides 40.
Okay, that is divisible by 40.
Mhm.
20.
How about 2? 20
Okay.
is correct, but it's way over here. So we're
Yeah,
going
it's
up.
the biggest number that is the greatest common factor goes in 40.
No, we're just looking at the factors of 40. Just numbers that go into 40. Like, does 3 go into 40?
Um,
How about 4?
hold on.
What I'm really asking is, like, is 40 divisible by 3?
Okay, 3 does not go to 40, but 4 does.
4
And even
does.
5,
5. Okay, what's the next number after 5? Does
and
6
even
work?
8,
8? What else?
10.
Okay, 10. So what you'll start noticing is that these pair together.
And 20.
What about there's one more?
40.
Okay. So I want you to find the factors of 24. And you want to pair them together. So you want to have, like 1 and 24, for example, go together.
Okay, backs up 24. Okay. 2,
It always starts with 1, 2,
3, 4, 6,
okay,
8,
okay,
12,
okay.
and that's it.
You got it. You
And
always have
24.
and 24. Very good. Okay. Let's try one more here. Let's have you find the factors of 90.
The factors of 90. Okay.
Yes.
1, 2,
Now it's
3.
now it's okay to like go like 1 and 90, 2 and what number does 2 go with?
2 goes with
Like 45, right?
Yeah.
How about 3? What does that go with?
3, it goes with 30.
30. Okay. Okay, now you keep going. That way, each time you get one on either side. Like, does 4 work?
Okay. 4 doesn't get a 90, neither. Okay, maybe I think 5 too. I think.
5 works.
Yeah. And then 6,
6 also works. What number does 5 go with, though?
5. Well, I remember that it goes over to
And so like 5 times,
18.
yeah, 5 times 20 is 100, so 18. What number does 6 go with?
6 goes with, I think I know. 15.
Okay. 7,
And
does 7
then
work?
9.
What number does 9 go with?
10.
Very good. Okay, great. So let's go back to what we're doing here. I want you to factor 20u plus 16v plus 8w.
8W.
So you're looking at 20, 16, and 8. You got to figure out the biggest number that goes into all of them.
All right.
So let me know when you come up with that. What is the biggest number that goes into all of them?
So 8.
Does 8 really go into all of them?
No, it does not.
It does not. Okay, so you got to be careful there. Like you got to say, okay, well, which number is it? Which number really works?
It's none of those numbers. They cannot.
Right. So you want to go for something a little bit smaller. Then it doesn't necessarily always going to be one of these numbers. Like, does 2 go into all of them? Does 2, are each of these numbered divisible by 2? That was a question. Or maybe you're muted.
No, I'm just thinking. Let me just think.
Okay. Okay. They're all even.
Yeah, I think even.
So they're all divisible by 2. So let's just try that. 10u plus 8v plus 4w. Now let's just try 2 again. Does 2 go into each of these? Does.
Okay, yeah.
So that's 5u plus 4v plus 2w. So, and what is 2 times 2?
2 times 2 equals 4.
So now looking back at the original, do you see that 4 goes into all 3 of these?
What?
Do you see that 4 goes into all 3 of these numbers?
Yeah.
But we can get there by doing it in stages. And maybe you like that better. I'm not sure. Let's try another one here. Factor 6x plus 12y plus 15z. You want to try to find a number that goes in all 3 of them.
Okay. Okay, so okay, I got it, I got it. All right, so 6 is first.
What number goes into all three of these numbers?
Okay, so 6 goes into 12, but not 15. It cannot go into 15.
Right.
So it's even. And so you just have to multiply 6 times 6.
But
Or
but
I mean 6 times 2, it's 6 times 2.
well, it's not always one of these numbers. So the numbers that you should try are like 2, 3, 5, 7, and so on. Do any of these numbers go into all three of these? Like is 6, 12, and 15 divisible by 2?
All right, no, no.
Nope. How about 3? Does that work?
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, so put a 3 on the outside. What goes inside?
All right, so and it's so 2x plus 4y and plus 5t.
Z. Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
is it t or z?
It's a Z. Z. All right,
Okay.
so let's try another one here. Factor 12u minus 14v minus 30w. And again, the numbers you want to try are 2, 3, 5, 7, and then we'll see if we ever need anything past that.
Okay. All right, I got that. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, 6u. It's 2. It's 2.
Okay, agreed. 6u minus.
6u minus. All right, 7v minus. All right, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. 15w.
Okay, so let's try another one here. Factor 36x minus 12y plus 18z. And again, your list is 2, 3, 5, 7.
I know, I know, I know. Six.
Okay, so 6 is correct. Yeah. It's
Well, we'll
good.
just make that. Come on, we can make that.
Sure. If you think you can do it, what goes inside here then?
Yeah, because I it's so yeah, I can do that. So 6 it's 6x minus 2y and plus 3 z.
Great. So I just want to do one problem like the first type, and then we're going to synthesize the two concepts. So let's say I tell you it's x squared plus x to the 5th, and I say to factor this. If you need to go back and look at your notes.
All right. Well, that's good.
So go ahead and look back, and I'm looking for the final answer, and then we'll synthesize these two concepts we've been working on.
It's x1.
X squared goes into both. If you look at your notes, you'll see it's the
Yeah,
smaller
yeah, x
exponent.
squared and then x1 plus x1.
So we're looking for what goes inside here, is so that when you multiply in, you get back to the original.
Yeah, it's 1 and then a 5. It's
It's
okay.
X cubed.
X cubed. Wait, wait, what? X cubed? How did you, what do you mean?
Well, let's multiply into check so you can see that. X squared times 1 plus x squared times x cubed. So x squared times 1 is x squared, right? X squared times x cubed, you add the exponents. That gets you back to x to the 5th. Do you see that?
That equals to 5?
Yes.
You have to add to equal to 5, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so here's the problem we're trying to get you to do now. This is like a legitimate like problem you might see in your class. 3x squared plus 9x cubed. So the greatest common factor, it's both a number and a letter. So you have to look at 3 and 9 and decide, well, what's common between them? What's common between 3 and 9? 3. You see
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the greatest common factor between x squared and x cubed? It's always the smaller exponent. Okay, so now what goes in here? What goes in parentheses so that you get back to the original? Three x squared times what gets you back to 3x squared? What do you multiply to get back to yourself?
All right, I got it.
It's always 1.
Yeah. So yeah, 1x squared plus 3x 3.
So it's just 1, because 1 is what you multiply to get back to itself.
All right. So and 1x and 1x 2, right?
3x to the power of 1, because 2 plus 1 gets you back to 3.
Yeah.
Let's try another one. We got lots. Got plenty of time to do lots.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Just need to think for a moment.
Let's move on
Okay,
to, there
that's
because we have
good.
both. All right. 4x there because we have
good.
both. All right. 4x to the 5th plus 6x to the 7th. So you have to look at the numbers first. Between 4 and 6, what's the biggest number that goes into both?
Yeah.
What number goes into both 4 and 6?
Okay, got it. I got it. So so two so 2x squared.
So 2x to the 5th. Because you got to look for the smaller exponent.
Yeah,
which is-
yeah. Okay, I
okay,
got it.
And then
And
what goes
then
inside here?
two and so 2x so it's 2x5.
Well, if I put x to the 5 here, x to the 5th times x to the 5th gets you x to the 10th. And we want x to the
Okay.
5th.
Okay. Sorry. Can you erase x5 in the
Yeah, yeah. So it's just 2. It's just 2.
yeah.
Oops. The thing erased more than I wanted. Okay, there it is. So now what,
Okay.
what about over here?
So
What goes here?
and that one right there is plus 3 x 7
Squared.
squared. Okay. Sorry.
5 and 2 go together to make 7. So let's try another one. Factor. 9x to the 8th minus 6x to the 7th.
So 3x8.
It's the smaller exponent, which is smaller, 8 or 7.
7, 7, 7. And then right there it okay, it's 3x 8.
So if I put an 8 here,
It's
7,
7, it's 7, 7.
well, no, I've got to get to 8.
3x is it only just 3?
It's 3x.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sorry.
7, no, don't apologize because you're doing fine. 7 plus 1 is 8. That's how you figure that out. 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay. Minus what goes here?
Okay, yeah, yeah. So minus, okay. So minus 2 x.
So if I put an x here, 7
It's
plus
just
1.
2. It's just 2.
Exactly. Yes. Very good. Okay, let's try another one. Get that to clear out. There it is. Okay, let's try another one here. Factor 15 x to the 4th minus 20x cubed plus 25x squared.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay. Five x. So 5x2.
Good. Now we
Okay.
need a place for 3 things.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. I just need to clear this up for a minute. And all right. Okay. So and it's 3x2.
Okay, good.
3x2. And up there, okay, this. Okay, and 4x
Good.
and plus 5x.
Just 5.
Yeah.
All right, really good. Okay, let's grab your dad. He usually likes to check in if he's available.
Dad. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So how did you do today, Matthew?
Did great. We did a lot of problems. It's we're doing a lot of factoring today. There's a lot of factoring, and we had to do a bunch of examples then to synthesize the 2 examples. So he's well on his way to understanding
Okay.
this concept. So I appreciate you guys scheduling again. It's definitely, I think it's helping. If you guys want to continue scheduling 2 times a week, I think you'll see a lot of benefit in the future.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing,
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.